Yo, RX back with another recap of UFC 268 slash what the fuck just happened. And yeah, I know this is premiering on a Monday, but that card was so fucking crazy. It had me gasp by the end of it. So it was like, I can't, I just can't do a recap at this time. So I'm recording it on Sunday about 1:40 in the morning, 1:50, close to 2, and just get a quick little recording out, and it will be premiering Monday, 7 p.m. That's what you're watching right now. So before I start, you go like, subscribe, all that shit, and as always, let's get into it. First fight on the card was a bona fide banger on paper. Didn't deliver too much, but it was still fun. And that fight was Ode Osborne versus CJ Vergara. Um, Ode, to recap the fight, the first two rounds, if I remember correctly, were a lot of striking and Ode just outstriking him. And then in round three, he was very, very gassed. And CJ jumped on top of him and mount after outstriking him on the feet, and almost got a 10-8. I think he could have and made it a draw, but the judges said nope, 29-28. All three judges had 29-28, which is a good. Like, I'm looking at the card right now. All decisions. Really, none of them were bad, which is a good thing. And to start off the card with a good decision, beautiful. Um, yeah. Uh, not to spend too much time on these fights. On this fight, especially since it was kind of a weak fight. No offense to either guy, but the way I broke this fight down made it sound like it was gonna be a war and a crazy knockout. It was neither a war or a crazy knockout. I thought there's no way this fight gets out of round one. Two swingers. Nope. Decision. And a bad one. Yeah, I look at it, I think CJ was not ready for MSG for his first UFC fight. I think he definitely fight in the Apex on a fight night after something like this to get himself calmer for fights. And if he can do that, calm down for maybe next time he fights in a crowd or with a crowd, he's a little more calm. So I think he definitely needs an Apex fight next. And for Ode, um, he did what he had to do to win. He just outstruck him and mixed in a little wrestling, not a lot, but a little, and got the win. Can't be mad. Ode now 2-2 in the UFC, and this win looks a lot better on paper already than Jerome Rivera. And he looks good at flyweight. He looks good. I think putting him up against like a Jeff Molina, Bruno Silva would be good. Maybe flyweight's his home. He does look a little big for flyweight. Sorry, a guy who I think fought at featherweight at one point. He's big for fucking flyweight. He's 5'7". Holy shit. But maybe it's his natural weight class. Well, not natural, but best weight class for him, you know. Um, yeah. Not to waste too much time on this fight. Obviously, not rushing through it, but not much to say on a pretty underwhelming fight. I think CJ, like I said, needs a Apex fight. Maybe he steps in late December for somebody. I could see it. Or, but if not, I think we probably see him January. And same thing for Ode. I think we see him January, February. Um, yeah. not a bad fight. Not the worst fight on the. Not the. Yeah, one of the weakest fights on the card. After the fact, hindsight. Um, Good performance by Ode Osborne. Maybe flyweights his natural weight class. He is only. Both guys are young still, so maybe we've not seen what they're both made out of yet. I think CJ has talent that he did not get to show. I really do. I think I have some faith in CJ that he just has some talent he didn't get to show. And Ode, I think he's getting to show the talent he does have down at flyweight. Yeah, the Manel Cop fight didn't go well. I think Manel Cop's a different kind of fucking guy, you know? So, not bad performance, but I think this could be we could be looking back on this fight in a couple years like, wow, those two guys came from that. So, good fight in a way, and maybe telling us a story of the future. Good job, Ode. And I got it wrong, so you'll love to see it. Only 3 fights I got wrong, so. But a fight I did not get wrong was Molesky Bagdasaryan versus Bruno Souza. What I did get wrong of this fight was it was going to get another flatlining. It wasn't. It was a pretty boring fight. Like, I'm not gonna spend much time on this main because I don't want this to be a long recording, like a half an hour, 40, maybe 50 of normal recording, but I don't want it to take too long. But you know, with such a banger card, what do you want me to do? But with these fights, this fight and the next were like the 3 worst fights on the card. They were pretty boring. But after that, we just had bangers. So let's get this out the way. Bagdasaryan looked fine. I don't see all the hype still. I still don't see the hype. I think the kid's good, but I'm not seeing the hype. Like, he won 29-28, 29-28, 29-28. I think I scored 30-27, but I was barely paying attention towards the end of the fight, so I could care less. I knew Bagdasaryan was winning, so I'm not worried. So I wish I predicted a knockout in the second. I thought he definitely was gonna get that knockout in the second, but he didn't. So, which is like, bruh, what the fuck? But nah, dude, I said a featherweight. Holy shit! I thought, yeah, I'm not understanding the hype yet. The kid looks good, but should he be as hyped up as he is? No. Honest answer, no. And now this comes into question, who does he fight next at featherweight? I say, how about Herbert Burns? A guy who's been in there, knows what he's doing. Give him a challenge. And then for Bruno Souza, maybe he gets another fight. He didn't look terrible. He honestly didn't. But for coming in on what, a week, 2 notice, he looked fine. Being a plus 310 dog, he looked really good. So, being that counted out and still not looking that bad, props, dude. You didn't get knocked out either. So, which I'm guessing was the most picked thing yet. Obviously, most picked thing on Topology was a flatlining, but we didn't get that. We got a pretty underwhelming decision again. And yeah, not a bad fight in any means, but not a war. We got wars later to talk about, but right now, not to waste time. Good performance by Bagdasaryan. I need to see a lot more. He is 29, so he's probably just hitting that prime. So it should be interesting to see how he does when he fully hits that prime, because he's fucking. He has the height and length to be good. Let's see if he has the skill to match. Good performance. Yeah, I picked him. Obviously, I'm not an idiot, and should be interesting to see what goes on with the rest of his his next fight. If he fights a better guy than Bruno Silva and Colin Angler, so should be interesting. After that, you got the last of the boring fights for probably the rest of the cards. Thinking about it, which was Dustin Jacoby versus John the Juicer Allen. Again, not much to fucking speak about in this one. Another boring decision, and just not another 29-28, 29-28, and 30-27. If I'm correct, I probably scored this 30-27, but I could not care to remember this shit at this point. Jacoby coming in on, I think it was 6 days notice. If I heard right on the broadcast, he came in on Sunday last week. So the fact that he came in, waited under the limit, and fought as good as he did, props to Dustin Jacoby, who has been a really underappreciated dude in the lightweight division the last year. Dude comes back after getting cut after losing 2 in a row, and he's on a nice winning streak right now. 4-0-1, and now I think this is where he starts fighting. Like I said in the last, I remember I did a recap of Jacoby's last fight against Darren Stewart, and I said he should fight a higher guy on the pedestal, and I still think, I especially think that now. Who do I think he should fight? Devin Clark. I don't know why. That fight all. I remember I said the exact same thing last time. Devin Clark. And I think it still stands. I think that'd be a fun fight. And a really. His first big test, which by the way, he beat Ian Cutelaba, really, if it wasn't for Cutelaba doing Cutelaba things. So if anything, he could be ranked. If I'm right, Cutelaba's 15th. Yeah, if anything, he could be ranked. So if you hear that, that's my fucking pants. Sorry. But again, not much to talk about. Jacoby just came in and was the better fighter easily. John Allen, I think, is probably gonna get cut now. Cause I think he's like 4 in a row now. He's dropped 3 in a row. 2 in a row and then a no contest. So he's not won since 2019, and that was not even in the UFC. And in the UFC, he's won 0-2-1. And those losses have not good losses. Not good losses. Mike Rodriguez, no contest. Roman Dolidze, and Jacoby was not bad, but I don't think he's that good. I think he's gone. I think he's the first fighter and first of 2 fighters I could see being cut after this card. So, John Allen, you can go Juice back in Brazil, while Jacoby, I think, should fight Devin Clark, Alonzo Menafield. I think that'd be a fun fight, and see if Jacoby's the real deal. Even though, like that, he really should be. If the rankings come out and he's moved to 15th, dude, he fucking deserves it. He beat Cutelaba, who is ranked 15th, and he's on a better winning streak. Cutelaba's on a 1-fight winning streak, so. Yeah, Jacoby's the dark horse in that light heavyweight division, which is getting better and better by the week, it seems like. Glover winning the last week. Now we got this guy. I know we got Jamal Hill, Jimmy Crute coming up in about a couple weeks. I maybe it's on Tate Vieira card, I don't remember, but that's a huge fight for the division. So yeah, keep your eye on Dustin Jacoby and keep your eye on John Allen if you want to watch some regional fights in Brazil. So really good performance by Dustin Jacoby. Another huge favorite. And my first perfect of the night, because I predicted a decision for Dustin Jacoby. I got it right. And yeah, great performance. Dark horse. After that, probably one of the most talked about guys coming off the card. after the card, Chris Beast Boy Barnett versus John Vellante. There's two stories going on in this fight. John Vellante's last fight, which I'll talk about him in a minute, and fucking hell, Chris Barnett. What was that? If you've not seen the clip by now, he did a spinning heel kick. This guy, who's 5'9", 263 pounds, knocked John Vellante out with a spinning heel kick. Yeah, that fucking happened. And then he did a flip and danced. Dude, Chris Barnett's the best. How can anyone not like Chris Barnett? He's just such a likable dude. Yeah, he's 35 though. He's not competing for shit in the UFC. But he's one of those fun guys. He's one of those guys. He's like a... Who's the best example? I guess like a Tai Tuivasa. You know he ain't gonna win anything big. But he's a fun guy. He's just a fun guy. I'm looking at what fight you could do next for Mr. Barnett. Parker Porter maybe, a guy who actually became a good fighter over the past, a decent fighter, which is weird to say. Yeah, I'd probably say Parker Porter. I think that'd be a fun one. Chris Barnett, man, keep your eye, don't keep your eye on him because he ain't winning shit, but he'd be fun. He's a fun guy. And for John Vellante, either way, he was not gonna be in the UFC after this, but with him retiring, I guess it's like, yeah, I guess it's either retire or get cut, and I guess he said, yeah, I'll retire. He was never really a good fighter. He was there. I don't know why he made it to the UFC. I guess because he was boys with Weidman, who was in his corner. But besides that, he's never... His best win in the UFC is probably Corey Anderson. Yeah. And let's be honest, that ain't even that good a win. Corey Anderson fucking blows. So... yeah. Good for John that he's retiring now, not taking any more damage, because obviously he's just not there anymore. He does not have the talent, the skill, he doesn't seem like he cares, bro. So, good for him that he's leaving now and not taking more damage. Cowboy Cerrone, wink emoji. But, yeah, and now for his opponent, Chris Barnett, he just put himself on a rocket ship to the moon, bro. Everyone's talking about Chris Barnett right now. So good for him. Barnett's the guy who bought his time on the regional scene with 21-7 record coming into the fight. Now 22-7. He bit it. He bit his time. Took his time. He didn't rush anything. And yeah, without a last-minute replacement, would he have been in the UFC? No. Maybe he would have made Contender Series, maybe. But I think at 35, Dana wouldn't have took him anyway, so. Yeah, Barnett's a fun fighter who everyone's gonna be a fan of now. I was a fan of him before just to look at him. And, yeah. Fun fight. I picked a knockout for Barnett. I don't know why Vellante was the favorite. That still blows my mind. And, yeah. Beast Boy, baby. Beast out. After that, you have the last early prelim and the second most talked about guy, I guess. And that would be Ian the Future Gary versus Jordan Williams. Wow. It didn't look like it was going well for Ian Gary before, but then he clipped him and knocked him out cold. He does have the nickname The Future, which the last fighter with that nickname, well, it ain't going so well for her. So watch your ACO. But man, Yeah, not the best win, let's be honest. Jordan Williams ain't that good. But hell, a good test. Good, very, very good test. And I'll talk about Jordan Williams in a minute. But man, Ian Gary blew up on fucking social media after that. Even before he blew up, but after that he blew up. Connor tweeted about him, all the shit. But good for him. Good for him. 8-0. UFC needs an Ireland fighter, bro. All they got is an injured Connor. Who else do they got? Like, I'm literally trying to think of an Irish fighter in the UFC not named Conor McGregor. I can't think of a fucking person, honestly. I'll have to look later. But they need an Irish guy, because, like I said, Connor's out still for probably a couple months, and yeah, I think he ain't that good anymore anyway. So they need some Irish flavor. And then for Jordan Williams, well, his flavor is probably going to be out the door. Maybe he can go back to Bellator, because I don't see them bringing him back for another fight. 3 fights getting now, not losing to great competition like Mickey Gall and getting flatlined by Ian Gary. I think he's gone. Yeah, I feel bad for the guy. Had diabetes, all that shit. Feel good story to make to the UFC, but feel good stories either end greatly or end terribly. And for him, it ended terribly, man. If they bring him back, he might just be fighting another prospect they want to get an easy win. He ain't good. He's 31. Like I said, he easily can go back to Bellator. Though, at least he does have options, but I think he's gonna be hitting the free agency market. And for Gary, I'm not gonna think of a fight for him, because with these prospects like him, Paddy Pimblett, you have no idea what they're gonna do with them. So hard to predict. But I don't think Ian Gary's the real deal, as people were screaming on Twitter. He beat Jordan Williams. Like, come on. I think the kid's good, but I can easily see at the snap of a finger him just being James Gallagher 2.0. So, watch out. But besides that, Jordan, enjoy Bellator again, brother. And Egan, show me more, man. Show me more. Great performance. After that, we get to the big 4 prelims, and we start off. What the fuck happened to this man? With Nasruddin Imavov versus Edmund Shabazian. What happened to Edmund Shabazian, dude? Why is he so bad? Honestly, why is he so bad? What did Derek Brunson do to this poor kid? Like, that was fucking illegal. What he did to him, it looks like. Did Edmund lose all his talent? Like, yeah, maybe he just lost confidence, which makes sense. After getting whooped badly in back-to-back fights, I understand. Especially being 23 after being on a rocket ship. Because everyone was hyping you up, and then being crushed twice. Yeah, I see how he could be, loss of confidence. Also, I think Jimmy's that fucking terrible. Glendale Fighting Club, because that's the same place where Ronda Rousey was at, and it went great for her, didn't it? Head movement, eh? Yeah, that fucking worked. But yeah, I don't know. I'll talk about what they could do next with Edmund in a second, but now we gotta talk about Nasruddin Imavov. Another French guy in the UFC looking good. Yeah, he lost to Fouad, but now he's back. Now he's gonna be ranked also, because he just beat a ranked guy, so he's gonna be ranked, I don't know where, but most likely around 11 to 15. And I say he fights Uriah Hall, maybe? That would not be bad. Yeah, I'll say Uriah Hall. And then for Edmund, the first question comes in is, are you unranking him or just moving Andre Munoz out and moving everyone down to like everyone down one and move Nazardine up to like 11th, or are you completely removing Edmund from the rankings? I think you gotta remove him from the rankings. 3 fights together, badly losing all 3. I'm literally giving him about a year off. I think if you're Edmund, you don't come back till September next year. I think you need a year off to just train, get refocused on your goal. You'll be 24, almost 25 by then. I think he needs about a year off to refocus and train. Because right now, I think if he comes back too quick again, like he done after the last 2 losses, I think he's done. He will get cut after the next loss. The kid is 23, gonna be 24 in about a month. He has so much potential. Just, if he does another fucking quick turnaround, don't pick him. Don't pick him. I don't care who he's fighting, don't pick him. The guy needs a year off, almost a year off, just to train, get a better he needs to leave the gym he's at and just relax. I think he should not get back into a gym till about January. Just relax, refocus. Come back, fight a unranked guy like, let's see, who's a good unranked middleweight for him? Let's see, and think about this in September next year, Edmund Shabazian come back. How about, like, fucking, just like, Kyle Dawkins, like, fucking, someone like that, just an unranked guy who's good, but not ranked level good. Fucking Phil Hawes, just something like that. Just give him time off to relax, is the way I look at it. So, and then for Nazardine, like I said, good command, French, bro, France, thorough gun. If you're fighting a guy with thorough gun in his corner, you should probably give up then. So, great performance by Nazardine Imov, and Edmund, you need a new gym and a time off. So, great performance. After that, the feel-good story of the night, Chris Curtis versus Phil Hawes. Wow. What a feel-good story for Chris Curtis. Just like Chris Barnett, guy grinded his teeth on the fucking regional scene for years. And now he's at the big show, showing off in MSG, man. Respect. And wow, what a way to show up. He gritted his teeth for years. He's 26-8 coming into this fight, 27 now. Respect. I'll even say I was wrong about him. I talked down on him coming into this fight. I thought he's just another guy off the street that was gonna get murdered on short notice, but no, he's the real deal. Well, maybe not real deal, but he's no slouch. All the respect to Chris Curtis. No, you can't hate him. He gritted his teeth and now he's here. And now Phil Hawes. This guy is the weirdest fighter to watch. Either he looks like a fucking world beater one fight, Jacob Malkoon, or he looks not great his next fight. I'm not gonna waste too much time on Phil Hawes. I'm starting to lose faith in him. I don't think he's that good. Personally, I think he's power more than skill. But who knows? I'm not just spending much time on this fight. Not much more to say than congratulations, Chris Curtis. You fucking deserve it, man. You deserve it more than a lot of people. You, Chris Barnett, fucking deserve it. Great performance. Did he get a bonus? I don't think he did, but he should have. Actually, no, he didn't get shit. He should have. And the knockout was the knockout, by the way, was super delayed. He he rocked him, and then Hawes fell over like 5 seconds later. Shane Burgos, Edson Barboza. So, again, no fight idea for Curtis and Phil Hawes. Who cares? But yeah. Congratulations, man. And I did not pick you. Not most people didn't. Like honestly, 12% of people on Tapology did. Wow. So, congratulations, man. You deserve it. After that, speaking of congratulations, you deserve it. Bobby, the King, Green versus Raging Alaya Quinta. I thought Bobby Green was gonna win, but god damn, the domination, anyone? He dominated him for how long? 2 minutes? 2:25 for 2 minutes and 25 seconds. He dominated him. I didn't do shit. Like honestly, I Quinton didn't do shit. Respect to Bobby Green, dude. Another guy who gritted his teeth, not on the Indies, but in the UFC. Taking wins, taking losses. This last year and a half almost of Bobby Green, well, about a year, have been weird. He really should be 5-1 in his last 6. Because if anything, he should be ranked. And he should have he probably should have been fighting Islam Makhachev, not Thiago Moises, because he beat Thiago Moises, really. And then he had a great fight with Fiziev. And yeah, and you look through his record, Edson Barboza, Dustin Poirier. He lost 2. But dude's been in the UFC since 2013. He deserves all of this. And another veteran on the other side is Ali Quinton, but I think it's done for him. Honestly, I think it's done for Raging Al. He can go sell houses or whatever he does. I don't think he has love for the game anymore. I don't think he put enough effort into this fight, and I don't think he's all there for the fight game. I think he can keep coaching people like Aljo, Marab, but I don't think he should be in that cage. Not saying he can't fight, he definitely can fight, just if he does fight again, I want to see him against someone very low in skill level. Like, I'm trying to think who. I don't want to see him in there with another really good guy like Bobby Green. Like, I mean, throw him in there with, like fucking Clay Guida or something, fucking Joe Selecki, just something like that. Not like a dangerous fight. Just see if he does fight again, something like that. If he doesn't fight again, good career. Your respect for what you did with Khabib. That's still one of the craziest things ever. And yeah, a legend. This was the legend fight of the card. They're both legends in their own ways. And now, if you're talking about Bobby Green, I think you get crazy. Him against Diego Ferreira. You can book that fight soon. I say 270 in January. A ranked guy. Get Bobby Green a chance to be ranked like he should be. Fuck it, let's get crazy, man. That'd be a war, and who would not want to see that fight? Amazing performance by Bobby Green. You deserve it, bro. And Raging Al, no one's booing you, man. Just please don't go back in that cage. Great fight. And now the featured prelim. Not gonna spend much time on this. I think it was pretty straightforward. Alex Pereira versus Andreas Michailidis. Round 1 went exactly like how round 1 should go. If you're a MMA fighter fighting a kickboxer, hold him up against the cage and win the round. Exactly what Michailidis did. But in round 2, as we all know, the fight always the round always starts on the feet, which did not end up going well for Mr. Michaelitis. Because, well, yeah, he got fucking need to sleep badly. He got put out cold badly. Think of it, the best fight to compare to is Rowan Murphy and Makwan Americani last week. The one guy grapples for all round one and wins it, but quick into round two he gets a knee to the face. Exactly what happened here. And now this comes to what is next for Azpea. Does the UFC push him like crazy and give him a ranked guy? Or do they give him another test fight to see how good he is? Because he's 34, so I don't think he has much time left on the clock, so you might want to get him in there quick. And by the way, anyone who thinks he has a chance versus Israel Adesanya, you're an idiot. Well, I'm trying to think what would be the best fight for him. The UFC's gonna give him another kinda easy fight. I would say something like Duran win, something like that. Something that's not scary to see if he really is all that people think he is. So, yeah. And then for Michaelitis, I don't know, someone not that good. The guy couldn't knock out KB Bowler. People thought he had a chance in this fight were a bunch of idiots. So, great performance by Pereira. He got a bonus, I'm guessing, of course he does. And I think middleweight might want to be worried, but I don't think Izzy is. I've not seen Izzy talk about it, but I've not checked his Twitter at all, so I'll look probably later. But, man, keep your eye on him, middleweights. You might have to be fighting him. Just don't do stupid shit, Dan. Give him another tune-up fight in like a month. He's ready. Give him a fight at 2-6. Give him a fight at like the last fight night of the year. So, great performance, and let's see if this kickboxer can do his thing more than him. But that was the prelims. I only got 2 fights wrong. One of them was a clear fight. As a lot of people got wrong. The other one was the first fight was bad picking. But now we begin the main card, and goddamn, this main card begin with a banger. Justin, the Highlight Gaethje versus Iron Michael Chandler. Well, we all said it was gonna be a war, and like we all predicted, since the fight was booked, it was exactly that, a war. Round 1 was Chandler rocked Gaethje badly, but if you know Justin Gaethje, or you watch a Justin Gaethje fight, you know hurting him just wakes him up more. I'm looking at the scorecards right now. Hold on, I have to fucking do something here. Okay, there's the scorecards. One judge had round 1 going to Gaethje. I don't know how. But then, I think the worst thing Chandler could have done is gas himself in round 1. Which he did. And I think after round 1, it was surviving for Michael Chandler more than winning. Because that's what he was doing. He was surviving more than winning. Honestly. And props to Chandler for staying in there. And then to go into what happened round 2 and 3, Gaethje picked him apart. Great fight, but God, did Gaethje pick him apart. And how Chandler got up from that vicious uppercut, if you've not seen it, go watch it. I don't know. So, not much to say. This fight's a fight I can't do justice for. Go watch it, trust me. And yeah, amazing fight between 2 amazing fighters who don't give a fuck on fight day. one of the fights of the year, maybe fight of the year, is between this and T-City Volkanovski for me. I'll have to go back at the end of the year and watch them. Which, ooh, what a hard job that's gonna be. But, amazing fight. And now comes, this is one of the most interesting, what's next. I think Justin fights the winner of Dustin Do Bronx, and I think Chandler, Tony Ferguson, or RDA. I don't think he fights Islam. I think Islam's gonna fight Benel Dariush. Just makes the most sense. And yeah, lightweight's a such good division, as you already know if you have any fucking eyes. But yeah, I can't do the fight enough justice. Go watch it right now. Watch the highlights even, pun intended. Great fight, like we all knew it was gonna be. I had 29-28 Gaethje, and yeah. After that, a fight that was good, but didn't live up to as much hype as I gave it. Shane Burgos versus Billy Quarantillo. Good fight, very good fight for again between two psychopaths. But I think it could have been crazier. I'm not trying to shit on them. They both still put on an amazing fight. But I think they could have done a little more. For weirdly, I don't. This is the main card fight I remember least for some reason. I don't know why. I know Burgos easily won. I'm looking at the scorecards. I remember Quarantillo definitely took round 1, but then Burgos took 2 and 3. If I'm correct, didn't Quarantillo injure something like badly, like an ACL or something? I don't remember completely, but I swear he got hurt somewhat, some way that fucked him up, obviously. So yeah, again, this fight's more not much to say. And a lot of the last 2 rounds, some of it were Burgos just holding Quarantillo and vice versa against the cage. But when they were striking, it was a war. Shane Burgos and Billy Q are allergic to bad fights, so this was not what you would expect. Hey, this is when you put 2 crazy motherfuckers together, you expect more violence than this. But still, we had violence. Pretty good fight. And yeah, I almost picked Quarantillo, but then I was like, yeah, if he were like gonna out crazy Burgos, I doubt it. So, really good fight. And yeah. Talk about what's next for them. I think Burgos, he's 14th. This is his first one in almost, I think, 2 years actually. And I think he fights Aziz Yusuf. So he'll probably stay at 14th after the rankings update. But Yusuf's 12th, so that would work. And then for Billy Q, UFC sees him as a top guy at featherweight already. They'll give him another top fight, but now give him a top unranked fight. Who? How about Nate Landwehr? That would be some fucking violence. Orlando Venata, also violent. Great fight. Respect to both guys, the Warriors, obviously, and yeah. Fuck this guy. Not gonna spend much time on this. Yeah, Cheeto be an old guy. Yeah, people suck his dick for no reason. Yeah, fuck off. He should fight Marab. Edgar should retire. Fuck Cheeto Vera. Just keep ducking O'Malley. 15-0, motherfucker. You don't want that rematch. After that, we got the co-main event. Well, we did not get a knockout, like in the first fight, but they might have needed it. Was this? I think this was Might have been the weakest fight on the main card. I know people like to say it was a war. Was it? I think it was a good fight, but to say it stacks up anywhere near to the main event, Gaethje or Quarantillo, you're fucking high. And I think the split decision aspect of it makes even less sense. I had it probably 48-47. Sugro has given her the. I'm trying to remember. I know I gave her the second, the fourth, and the fifth. I think. Yeah, one judge had. It was a split. One judge had it. Round one for Whaley, the last four for Rose. I could see it. One judge had it. The first three for Whaley, the last two for Rose. And then one judge had it the way I had it. 2, 4, and 5 to Sub Rose, with 1 and 3 going to the wait. I'm reading some of the comments on the scorecard video. I honestly don't understand how you can score this fight for Whaley, but I think Whaley did good, but I think in the last 2 rounds especially, you can show she fucking gave up I think she gave up mentally. And I think she gave up mentally, and I think she just started fighting stupid. Literally, the round 5 was her on her back the whole round. So, I think she gave up mentally. I think she needs, maybe not an Edmund break, but I think she needs a break. I think she should be off till about like March next year. Give her a good break. Looking at the rankings, maybe Mackenzie Dern. Yeah, probably Mackenzie Dern. And then if you're Sugros, you fight Carlos Esparza. There's no debating it anymore. You gotta do this fight. I think you do it for UFC 273, maybe 2 or 3, and see what happens. There's no. The only way this fight does not happen now is if you book in Carla pulls out. In that case, Marina Rodriguez steps in. So either way, you got a banger title fight, and either way, Whaley has a banger fight for a return. If she fights Marina, holy shit, that'd be a war. So the division is still Roses, and I'm saying this: she's the GOAT strawweight. I love Joanna Jędrzejczyk, but Rose, man, she's the GOAT strawweight. Hall of Famer confirmed. Great performance by Thuggy Nasty. I was not a robbery. And yeah. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The main event of the evening. Kamaru Usman versus Colby Chaos Covington. If you watched my breakdown, you know I said Colby was gonna win. Well, he could. Let me break it to you like this. The first 2 rounds went to Kamaru. The 3 and 4 went to Colby Covington. Round 5, the coin flip. You can score it for Covington, you can score it for Usman. Plain and simple as that. The bet, like, it's the Volkanovski Holloway, Reyes Jones examples. However you score this 1 round determines who won the fight. And for all those morons saying round 2 was a 10-8, you're a fucking idiot. It was 2-2 on the dot going into round 5. Whoever you scored round 5 for, I personally would have to rewatch it. At the time, biasly, I scored it for Covington. I need to rewatch that round. Now I will at the end of the year because it's one of the best fights of the year. And yeah, I think The scorecards did read out 48-47, 48-47 Usman, and then one judge had it 49-46 Usman, which makes no sense. How you score first, second, third, and fifth for Usman, you're an idiot. But yeah, I talked a lot of shit. None. Could like in dude, I've been arguing with people all the last 24, if not more, hours about the fight. The fight could have literally went either way. For all those morons who say either round 2 was a 10-8, round 3 was Usman's, or, by the way, Covington never took Usman down even though he clearly did twice, are fucking biased. The most unbiased way to look at it is, who did you score round 5 for? They won. Could Covington have won? Yeah. Would it have been called a robbery? Shouldn't have been. Could Usman have won? Yeah. Would it be called a robbery? No. So, I don't see on either side calling it a robbery. It was a great fight that could have went either way. And that's coming from a Colby Covington fan. I was hyping him up all week. I think it should have been a split decision at the most. I don't know how it was. Rose and Whaley was a UD, but was a split. But this was a UD. So at the end of the day, these two might be the best rivalry in welterweight history. And now this comes to what's next. For for Kamaru, it's obvious. Vicente Luque in March, maybe, or May. Yeah, probably I would say May. And for Kobe comes out the worst in this situation. Not because obviously he didn't win the belt, but he comes out the worst in the situation for one reason. Necessary on paper, yeah, he lost to Usman twice, but let's be real. The first fight was really bad. I think this is the first definitive winner of this rivalry, and it could be looked at as the real first fight. Could they run it back one more time? Yes. Would people complain? Fuck no. But when? When does it make sense? If the UFC is smart and Colby Covington is smart, if the UFC is smart, they book Usman, Luque in May. Obviously, even if Leon wins, Luque has already earned a shot first. Or you book Luque and Leon, and then if you're Colby Covington, like he said in the post-fight press conference, you fight Jorge Masvidal next, and you win that because you would, and then maybe either fight like Gilbert Burns or do some crazy shit with Dustin Poirier. When if he beats, let's say in this scenario, he beats Dustin Poirier and Jorge Masvidal back to back. Who else deserves a title shot more? Honestly, why not run it in 2023? Let's say beginning or summer. One more time, boys. Usman will be 36-ish. Colby will be 35. Why not one more time? Great fight. I respect to Marty Fake Snoozing. Honestly, no hate. He didn't do anything. Yeah, he eye poked Colby at the end of the fight, but by that point, it didn't look bad. And respect to Usman. He fought fair. I know Colby liked to call out some back of the head punches, sure, but you were getting dominated anyway. Yeah, Colby got knocked down, but you got Colby the warrior. People who try and act like Colby the shit fighter, Colby's this, Colby's that, you're an idiot. So to end this recap of this fight, go watch round 5. Tell me who you think won it and why in the comments. That's the question of the day. And then that's the end of recap. To my picks, I went 11-14, 4 perfect, 7-05. Pretty good night for me. The bonuses were performance of the night, Marlon Vera; fight of the night, Gaethje Chandler; performance of the night, Alex Pereira; performance, Bobby Green; and performance, Chris Barnett. I agree. I think you could. Hell, you might give a bonus to the fucking Chris Curtis also, but that's what I think. And you could give another 5 tonight bonus to Usman and Covington, really. But to end this, great card, great night of fights. Yeah, the main event didn't go my way, but either way, it was a great fight. No one cheated. No one got cheated. And yeah, 47. Who is the question of the day? To end, so thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, post notifications, and as always, RX out. 3, 4, and 5. Covington.